Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and as you can see, we are in a brand new game called Shuttle Commander, Hubble Space Telescope missions. We're going to be doing the takeoff today. There is a brief message, but historic music, so I'm going to allow you guys to read the message yourself, and I'm just going to let the historic music play as we take off on the deployment of the Hubble Space Telescope.
We're now transferring to internal power and switching off the orbiter's ground power supply.
Verify ready to resume count and go for launch. OTC.
OTC is go.
TTC.
Tanker booster go.
TTC. TTC is go.
Go.
LPS.
LPS is go.
Mila.
Milo is go.
STM. STM is go.
STM is go.
Safety console.
Safety console is go.
SPE.
SP is go.
LRD. LRD is go. SRO.
SRO is go. You have a range clear to launch.
What about CDR?
CDR is go.
Copy that. CDR is
So
go.
we'll get you going here shortly. Good luck, guys.
Fantastic news. Thanks, Mike.
Good luck, Godspeed, and have a little fun up there.
You betcha.
All systems are
Thanks, brother.
go for launch.
So that's the retraction of the beanie cap on the gaseous oxygen vent arm, which you can see out the windows right now. I'm going to stand up a little bit.
The gaseous oxygen vent hood.
Okay, we have no.
And there's the lifting of the beanie cap, and then
Thanks, Charlie.
it's about to jettison
Gimbling
itself.
of the main engines
Well, not
is
jettison
complete,
itself,
and
but
Aerosurfaces
it's
have been
about to
verified
retract.
that they are positioned for launch.
You can hear that going
External
on
tank
right
now
now.
is
We're going
reported
to
to
see
be
that
at flight
pass by
pressure.
in the window.
OTC 212.
So there's the
Close
beanie
and
cap.
lock your visors and initiate your O2 flow, and you all have a good trip.
Copy that. Locking visors or something.
everybody. Cabs in. Visors down. 02 on.
Let's go for ET LH2.
Everybody has their visors
Time checker on the horn.
activated.
Pressure on line clear.
We are 1 minute and 30 seconds from launch.
90 seconds away from launch now.
Oh, we just heard that call out. 90 seconds away from launch.
You're going to take down that right shade, or you want me to? The right shade, yeah. Under my yeah. Thank you very much.
You guys have all done an awesome job, you know. I'm really proud of
Hey,
every one
thanks,
of you.
man.
You gotta get there.
We are less than 1 minute
Sound
away from
suppression
launch.
water system is now being armed, which will flow water onto the mobile launcher platform at the rate of 900,000 gallons a minute, beginning at T-minus 16 seconds. The orbiter
Right.
computers have positioned the vent doors to the launch configuration. Standing by now for a go for auto sequence start. T-minus 33.
10 on clock will hold at T-minus 31 seconds due to failure.
We've had
So what?
a hold. We do not know at this time what the problem is. We'll be standing by for word, but the clock is holding at T-minus 31 seconds
Just stand by.
to a system failure.
So we have a system failure, and we're about to read what it is.
NTD to CMPL. Go ahead. It's LCC MPS 8. And PV9 outboard flow and drain closed power is off. It should be on. No recommendation. And NTD, that we're in a no-go situation. We should have our open power, and we do not. Or excuse me, our closed power. SP. And MPS, can we verify that the valve is closed? Negative. We right now show a open position. We cannot verify the valve is closed. SP, this is MPS. Go ahead, MPS. Yeah, we're going to LCC read. We have the closed power on and the open position off. We can cycle one time and try to pick up the closed position, but we never picked up the closed power. Okay, in MPS, we have a message that we were blocked by a prerequisite sequence from DCL 18.
What has happened is the ground launch sequencer would not hand off to the orbiter's computers to complete the count because the liquid oxygen fill and drain valve was showing off when it should be on.
Alright. So we'll be standing by for words.
We've been holding 2 minutes.
Copy that, holding for 2 minutes.
Yes, we're going to make an attempt to pursue that valve closed. So we've got the prereq set off. If this works, we should be in good shape. I copy, proceed.
Copy that.
Just checklist.
We have 7 minutes of runtime available on the auxiliary power units. We've been holding now about 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Copy that.
Anthony, CMPS, the valve's closed. We're good.
Copy that, valve is closed.
There's the confirmation that we have successfully
You're in the
recycled.
the pickup terminal sequence MPS. That's affirmative, so we're good. We're in good shape. Okay, you have a go to proceed. DLS, pick up the count immediately. I copy. Mark. It's showtime. It is. All right, gentlemen, we're on.
And the clock is resuming. We are go for launch.
All right, everybody, 25.
T-minus 25 seconds.
Booster hydraulic power unit has started.
Start with the shaky lights here.
No kidding.
Sound suppression water system has been activated. We have reached T-minus 13 seconds. Standing by for launch.
10, go for main engine start. We are
Main
go
engine
for
start
main engine
activated.
start, T-minus 6.
There we go.
3, 2, 1. Ignition. And liftoff of Space Shuttle Discovery STS-31 from Hubble Space Telescope.
Roger roll, Discovery.
Copy that, roger roll. Good to go.
Roll maneuver puts the vehicle in the proper launch plane.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Throttling in there. I agree, 0.96.
Almost 30 seconds into the flight, and we're on Space Shuttle Discovery and deployment of the Hubble Space Telescope.
The throttle down maneuver assists to reducing the aerodynamic loads on Discovery as it passes through the area of maximum
Approaching
dynamic
about 750 miles per hour, approaching the 1 minute mark into the flight.
velocity now 1,200 feet per second.
1 minute
Discovery
into the
downrange
flight.
3 nautical miles.
Reached 1,000 miles per hour. We're less than 1 minute from solid rocket booster ship.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Copy that, go for throttle up.
What do you see there?
Copy that, go for throttle up.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Copy that, go for throttle up.
In the positive or negative direction?
Discovery, go and throttle up. No action.
You go with
Less
no
than
action
30
on
seconds
DPT.
from
It's probably just bad
solid rocket booster separation. You're going to see flame happen on the outside door windows. Less than 10 seconds from solid rocket booster separation. We're 2,500 miles per hour.
Take us back. I agree.
Standing by for SRB separation.
Stand by.
Standing by for SRB separation.
Solid rocket booster jettison.
Yeah, I can feel them. That's cool.
That's our solid rocket
boosters
booster
have
separation.
That's feeling all right? Yeah. Okay.
Discovery's velocity now 4,300 feet per second at a downrange distance of 35 nautical miles.
I'm going to turn back on
Open your
subtitles.
visors, shoot it off, and open your visors if you want.
This drops to reports all 3 engines stable at 104% performance.
Copy that 100%.
Discovery Houston, performance is nominal.
And if you don't know what the word nominal means, the word nominal means
Everything all right? Can we help you?
The 2
really
engine
good word.
abort call means that Discovery
it means
could
that
reach the
everything is
transatlantic
going
abort site at
exactly as
Vancouver
planned.
on 2 engines if it were necessary.
Copy nominal performance, 2 engine bin.
There's the word nominal
I
again.
don't remember liftoff being quite that violent. I do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Velocity now 5,000 feet per second. Discovery 60 nautical miles away from the launch site.
Just remember that the nautical miles that they're all down from the Kennedy Space Center.
How's everybody doing on the middeck?
Good Doing fine down here.
Okay.
All systems continuing to perform well aboard Discovery. Velocity now is 6,200 feet per second. Downrange 100 nautical miles. The Environmental Systems Officer reports the FES is operating well. That is the flash evaporator system that provides cooling to Discovery's systems.
And we're at 1.5 G, folks. Overhead's up 13.2. There's press to ATO very soon.
Discovery Houston, negative return, press to ATO, select Banjul.
Copy that. Go for negative return.
Press to ATO. Negative return.
DT's trending to 0.
Copy.
It's coming down.
It's coming down. 1.7 Gs. Check it with my head.
It's at 0. That's good.
Great news.
So we're about to be upside down relative to
All three
Earth.
engines are stable at 104%.
At this
Auxiliary
point.
power units all performing well. Discovery's velocity is 8,400 feet per second at a downrange distance of 175 nautical miles.
2.1.
Copy that, where the goal is to get to 3 Gs on force. And we are very close to that goal. Little over 5 minutes into the flight, about 7,500 miles per hour. On
Discovery,
airspeed.
press to MECO.
Standing by for main engine cutoff.
There we go.
Main engine cutoff will be
The press to
happening at
MECO call
about 8 minutes
signifies that
and 30
Discovery could
seconds into
make
the
the
flight.
main engine cutoff
then the upper
target.
Discovery,
stage.
Droop Banjul 109.
Copy that. Drip and Joel 109.
109.
And that last call means that Discovery could reach the Banjul transatlantic site on one engine at 109%.
Hopefully this thing won't come off. Yeah, what happened? I don't know.
This book came over the top of his head.
Yeah, it just kind of de-velcroed.
That must have happened on the mid deck.
Check it, Mach 21. Stand by, Mach X. That's good.
Copy that.
Guidance officer confirms that navigation is good.
Discovery, single engine Banjul 104.
Single engine Banjul 104.
PDG look good there?
Yeah, looks good. 0.
Engines are good. Okay. Mach 22. Holy cow, we're smoking. Yeah, I wish I could see that.
Booster officer reports all three engines stable.
Houston, single engine press 104.
Single engine press 104. How many switches you think you'll be throwing now? I know.
We're approaching the 7-minute mark into the flight. We're a little
The single
over
engine press call means
12,000 miles per
that
hour.
Discovery could make it to main engine cutoff targets
Mark, 7
on one
minutes
engine at
into the flight, standing
104%.
by for 90 seconds
Discovery's
away from
velocity
main
now
engine
16,000 feet per second, at an altitude of 58 nautical miles, downrange 435 nautical miles.
PH, we expected.
Looks good, folks.
Discovery Houston, concur, no action on fuel cell pH.
No action is required, no impact on that
Copy that. And we
pH
are
message. That
about 1 minute away
message was
from,
expected during this phase of the launch.
main engine
Energies.
cutoff.
Air throttling. Minute to go. We got it. All right, you all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.5 G.
All right.
Three engines throttling back now to maintain the 3G limits on the vehicle. Discovery is 580 miles away from Kennedy at an altitude of 56 nautical miles.
Yeah, his helmet's heavy. Yeah.
Velocity now 19,000 feet per second.
You know, with this DSO and these the clicks and the G's,
About
you sort of get
20
squeezed
seconds
around
away
which
from
way you
main
can.
engine cutoff.
Okay, just go easy, guys.
We are standing by for main engine cutoff at 8 minutes 32 seconds mission elapsed time.
was pretty close. And we were about 10 seconds away from main engine cutoff.
Mach 25. Okay, stand by for some Excel here. Just bear with it. Stand by. Gotcha.
And that's main engine cutoff.
What's the meat go? How's the meat go?
We're about to have external tank separation.
It's a lot easier at 3Gs. Oh, much better. Welcome to space, everyone.
Hard to believe, isn't it? There it is.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Hey, bud.
Space up here. At 300,000 feet. That's a killer view.
Boy, look at that.
Well, everybody,
Amazing
we
vehicle.
have made orbit, everybody.
Good boy.
Welcome to Earth orbit.
I can't believe I'm here. This is
We're just about to reach 20,000 miles per hour and about 9 minutes and 30 seconds into the flight.
Oh, boy.
Good meat go. Looks nominal from here.
And the booster officer also confirms a nominal main engine cutoff.
Well, everybody, that was the launch for you today. But that's not all what we're doing today. Today, it's time to learn more about the space shuttle. So that was the takeoff. You can do the landing sims. When you do the landing sims, you get to do a quick flight, which is all the normal settings, and you also get to and you get basically provided with settings. So yeah, that's the landing sim. Scoreboard. Let's actually do science today. And then maybe in another video we can do exploration on the space shuttle.
Genius is figuring stuff out to like the nanometer, right? And it's still not fitting. We're both trying stuff. I don't know what's going on out there. They got geniuses figuring stuff out to like the nanometer.
So we get to explore the incredible images over over just a few decades.
The pillars of creation, the towering tendrils of cosmic dust and gas, sit at the heart of M6T, or the Eagle Nebula. The aptly named pillars of creation, featured in this stunning Hubble image, are part of an active star-forming region within the nebula and hide newborn stars in their wispy columns.
So before we go on, let's have a good view of just how big the universe is and what Earth looks like from the Hubble Space Telescope. So on the right and left, you can see the Hubble Space Telescope has solar panels, and the frame door is opening, so the hole inside that's actually the camera, and then there's satellite dishes on the top and bottom to communicate back to Earth. And we are actually orbiting the Earth at this point, but we are not really aboard anything else, so let's continue on.
In one of the most detailed astronomical images ever produced, NASA's Hubble Space Telescope captured an unprecedented look at the Orion Nebula. This turbulent star-forming region is one of astronomy's most dramatic and photogenic celestial objects. More than 3,000 stars of various sizes appear in this image. Some of them have never been seen in visible light.
Wow.
Hubble performed the definitive study of 31 Cepheid variable stars, helping to determine the current expansion rate, thereby narrowing the age of the universe down to the most accurate it has ever been. This cone nebula, found in NGC 2264, was observed in 2002 by the Advanced Camera for Surveys.
Wow. So guys, if you're not sure if it's actually a cone, just I forget what I said.
In 1995, mission controllers directed Hubble to take a series of images looking at one small spot in the sky, and the results were astonishing. This photogenic celestial object, the magnificent spiral galaxy M100, is seen here as observed with Hubble's Wide Field Range Camera 3, Hubble's newest camera. It was installed during the last Space Shuttle servicing mission to Hubble in May 2009 and the M100 photo was taken a few months later. M100 is designated a Grand Design Spiral Galaxy because of its 2 prominent lanes of young blue stars.
You can see that at the top left over there. You can see 2 lanes with blue stars, so that's what makes it really cool.
Only 3 local stars appear in this image, quartered by right-angled diffraction spikes. Everything besides them is a galaxy, floating like a swarm of microbes in a drop of water, and brought into view here, not by a microscope, but by the Advanced Camera for Surveys on the Hubble Space Telescope. In the foreground, the spiral arms of MCG +01-02-015 seem to wrap around one another, cocooning the galaxy.
This will be the final science.
The Hubble image of Saturn, one of our closest neighbors, and one of the largest moons, Titan. The semi-major axis of Saturn's orbit around the Sun is 9.5 astronomical units, AU, or roughly 1.4 billion kilometers from the Sun.
So, in case you don't know where Titan is, it's not that black dot on Saturn, it's the orange dot right next to Saturn. So basically, you're looking at Saturn and its amazing, beautiful rings. Actually, cool fact, most people call Saturn the jewel of the solar system because it's been known since ancient times.
Eta Carini system has 2 stars in it, and one of them is huge and unstable. Since the 1800s, astronomers with less powerful telescopes have been watching the system's outbursts. However, it wasn't until Hubble came that researchers were able to fully check out the clouds of matter thrown off by it, dubbed the Homunculus Nebula. This image in particular, which was released in 2012, is one of the most detailed. Researchers refer to these sort of outbursts as imposter supernovae because they appear as normal supernovae, but they do not kill off the star.
Interesting. Well, guys, that is the science tab for you. And while the credits are going to be playing, I'm going to end the video here on Shuttle Commander. And in the next video, we will do Apollo 11. Well, guys, that is Shuttle Commander. We did the launch, but again, there's like plenty more to check out. There's things like the landing sim and like plenty more. So like you're introduced with several options. There's like but again, like takeoff, landing sim, scoreboard science, and you get to explore the space shuttle. In the next 2 videos, we will do Apollo 11, and I'm gonna explore Space Shuttle, take a look at the scoreboard, and that'll conclude Shuttle Commander. So until next time, I am Thundercoke.